people. As you can see, I got a commentary in the Earth Media Center right now, getting ready to go. I'm going to try to get up tonight. I got so much to say in so very short time because I don't want to put a 50-minute, I don't want to put a 20-minute video up. So I'm going to make it. I'm going to make one video. Because I can sit in this chair and talk about anything and just keep rambling on. I'm a born entertainer, people. I'm a born speaker anyway, this and that. But I'm going to talk. I got so many subjects I want to talk about. If I condense it in one video, I could probably get out of here in about a half hour, but I can't do that. Because I know people would watch my video probably for an hour, it's like a movie, this and that, but I'm only going to keep this short. Let's talk about the Miami Heat and LeBron James last night. Now, God forbid anything happens to Dwayne Wade. You know that guy that LeBron James wants a coattail ride? Because if he goes out for this series, I honestly believe the Bulls are done. Not the Bulls. The Heat is done anyway. But if he gets injured and he's done for the series, LeBron James is going to fold up like a cheap lawn chair like he did against Boston last year. He cannot carry a team. He crumbles under pressure. You seen yesterday, Dwayne Wade wasn't having a particularly fine game at all, was he? And guess what happened? The guy that LeBron James wanted to ride his coattails wasn't playing well. What did LeBron do? He folded up like a cheap lawn chair. And everyone's going to say Christine Bosh had a good game. Come on, man. He was getting garbage points, man. Inside, they didn't even guard him. They could care less about it. They took the two big guys out. Let's be honest with you. Patrice Riley. You were a great coach as far as the GM goes. Chris Bosh don't even belong on that team. He ain't good enough to play with them guys. Anyone could have scored 30 points. The Bulls basically said, hey, Chris Bosh is going to have to score a lot of points. We don't care. Give him all the points you want. We're going to keep LeBron and D. Wade out of the game. And guess what? They had like 11 points in the second half, whatever. Come on now. The bottom line is LeBron James is not a leader. He shrinks under pressure. I mean, let's take a look at it this way. In the gaming division right now, who are the two big names out here? Sean Anderson and Hutch, right? Do you think a man of my stature would go ask Sean Anderson or Hutch and say, yo, man, can I come join your channel? Hell no. I am a leader. I am not a follower. So that's the difference between me and LeBron James. LeBron James is a follower. He wants to ride coattails. I don't do that. My best analogy with LeBron James' problem is this. Take Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and LeBron James, right? You throw a 3-month-old baby in the lane right now. Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant would step on that kid to get a point. LeBron James would break an ankle. So he'd break an ankle to get around the kid. You know what I'm saying? He don't have that killer instinct. You can't acquire it, and you're either born with it, you either have it or you don't. You can't acquire it. LeBron James don't have it. That's why he will never, ever be the greatest player of all time. Now, LeBron James has the greatest basketball talent ever. The man has immense talent. He could, if he had my mentality, Kobe's mentality, Michael Jordan's mentality, D. Wade's mentality. You put D. Wade's heart in LeBron James, you'd have the best basketball player ever. You can see the difference in talent with LeBron James and D. Wade when they're on the court. LeBron James, his talent is unbelievable, but he will never be able to put it to full use because he doesn't have the heart of the killer instinct. He's the most talented basketball player I've ever seen in my life. He has 6'9", 275 pounds. All he got to do is post up, go to the hole anytime. He's unstoppable, but he won't. You know why? Because he's soft as a pillow. Like Chris Bosh, he plays soft as a pillow. He plays like he's a small forward, not no power forward. So you know what the Bulls say? Go ahead, boss, score your 30 points a game. We don't care. We're going to stop the two superstars on that team. And guess what? You're done. Because the Bulls bench is by far superior than the Heat's. I mean, Jamal McGlure. Are you kidding me? Jamal McGlure? Zydrunas Ilgauskas? Your bench is 98 years old. So the bottom line is you can blame this loss on coaching, whatever you want. The bottom line is LeBron James shrinks under pressure. As evidenced last night. The man whose coattails he wants to ride wasn't playing particularly well. So what happened? LeBron looked out of sync, looked lost, passive. He always plays passive. Now, me being a Cavaliers fan, I've seen this in Cleveland time in and time again throughout the past 7 years. And I used to always, I touted him being the greatest player, this and that. Some trolling, some because he was in Cleveland, always one of the best players. We had Albert Bell back in the 90s, best player at the time. Best player in baseball at the time. But I knew from watching LeBron that he don't have it. He don't have it. Like, see, a guy like me, I have it. You can see I have it. I flourish out in society. He don't have it. So, Patrice Riley, number one, you need to get another power forward because Christine Bosh ain't the answer. And number two, these two players are basically the same player, except one has a heart, one has killer instinct. with less talent, but he'll get the job done at the end of the games, where LeBron will just stand around like, oh, somebody help me. LeBron don't have it. So you sign. I mean, seriously. That'd be like me trying to ride someone else's coattail. I'm the man. I wants to be the leader. I don't follow. LeBron James is a follower. Coattail rider. So the Miami Heat fans out, you got what you deserve. You got a heartless, gutless player, basically. Because I'm telling you, he's got great talent, believe me. He's the greatest basketball talent I've ever seen. But he can't utilize it because he don't have it up here. He don't have it here. And he ain't got that killer instinct. My prediction on the series, right now, I got to be honest with you, what the Bulls did last night, I said D Rose needed help. Because if D Rose didn't get help, they were done. They were going to get beat, man. D Rose can't do it all himself. But guess what? Tosh Gibson, did you see what he did to D Wade? Did you see what he did later in the fourth quarter, like 3 minutes left? The Bulls bench stepped up. The starters stepped up. Dang. They stepped up. He got help. D Rose got help. And that told me right there. They stepped up. Carlos Boozer even had a good game. Carlos Boozer, man. Come on, man. He left Cleveland. I don't even hate him. He's my favorite player on the Bulls right now. But they stepped up. Without that player stepping up, the Bulls were done. And they stepped up. My prediction on the series is right now, I said 6 games. Do I think Chicago can go into Miami and win game 6? Yes. But I'm going to say 5 games now, Chicago. They don't have an answer for that defense Chicago plays. And LeBron James, if I got beasted on like that, and this goes to Dwayne Wade too, if I got beasted on like y'all got beasted on yesterday, I'd have something to say Wednesday night. The question is, I think D Wade might have something to say Wednesday night. Do I think LeBron James will? Absolutely not. His game will go how Wade's game goes. If Wade plays great, he might feed off it. If Wade don't have a good game, LeBron will be a non-factor. So that's my prediction. Oh, in the Western Conference, I'm going to tell you right now, I was the first to say Kevin Durant is too skinny to play in the NBA. This will never be nothing. Was I wrong? Kevin Durant is a beast. I look for the Oklahoma Thunder, whatever. I look for them to upset the Mavericks. Mavericks got a long time to rest. And I like the makeup of this Oklahoma team. I don't know much about them, but I just feel they're playing right now. They struggle with Memphis, but Memphis they're a hot team, man, whatever. I think Oklahoma and Kevin Durant is going to lead. It's going to be a Bulls and Oklahoma Thunder championship. I really believe that. And we all know Mark Cuban's my boy and everything, but man, the Mavericks are jinxed for some reason. Wouldn't hurt me if Dallas went. I don't really hate none of them teams. But the Bulls and the Thunder. That's my prediction. Now I got a lot of other videos I want to get to. I want to get to the retweeting on Twitter, all this other stuff. I got a whole bunch of stuff I can get into. But I'm going to keep it. I'm going to try to put another video tonight, maybe a comment. I'm going to try, but I ain't guaranteeing that, but I will have one up for you tomorrow, all right? Cameraman's on vacation. He's suspended.